Hello everyone, happy Tuesday. Thank you for joining me today. So today, 10 reasons why, well, I'm going to go over 10 reasons. Reasons why agents fail. So now, I always go over the statistic of that 87% of agents fail in 5 years. Not just new agents. If This is not just new agents, this is agents that don't make it 5 years. Like you might make it, like you might be in the business 3 or 4 years, and then some agents are, and they just they do it part time. I see this a lot, and then all of a sudden they want to try full time and give up their day jobs and give up what they're doing and concentrate on it, and then 5 years after that, or less than 5 years, they're out of real estate. And they're almost better when they were part-time than when they try to go full-time. So I stress a lot of things to new agents. And of course, disclaimer, I'm going to say some things that other brokers and owners don't like to hear. But I've been in the business 29 years and seen hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of agents in and out of real estate. Some have gotten out of real estate that were awesome agents and were sad to go. And of course, in any type of business, sometimes there's agents that were happy to see it go. They just did not understand the business, didn't learn it, didn't want to get involved in it completely, and weren't doing a great job. But there are also some great agents out there. So this is for everybody. So one of my favorite coaches is Tom Ferry. So if you could ever go listen to some of his YouTube videos, go to his YouTube channel, Tom Ferry. I'm not too sure it's Tom Ferry, but you can search him on YouTube. Lots of great videos and things that for free. You don't have to buy his coaching, but if you get, I know there's several agents that are on his coaching program that do very well, and go to his seminars. Well, not as many as last year, but and are Tom Ferry fans. So there's lots of great coaches out there, but some of this information I'm giving you, I take from him. So a little footnote on there. So I'm going to go through this list. So number one, why most agents that fail, why they fail. Number one is they don't understand between being interested in real estate and committed to real estate. Almost everybody who gets a license is interested, like, hey, I like houses, I like people, I want to sell some things, and I think I could be good at this. I see my friend doing it, and they're doing well. I see my goofy brother-in-law selling houses, and he's making money at this. I should be able to make money on this. And right now, I'm in constant communication almost daily with the Division of Real Estate, with agents coming, joining our office, getting real estate license. And just this last week, I have a close relationship with one of the people down there because we're always talking about agents and licenses, transfers, and signing applications. And she told me that they're getting over 60 applications a day right now. 60 licenses, 60 people a day finish with their classes trying to get their license in Ohio. I think this is one of the busiest times it's ever been in the 29 years history. So there's a lot of agents getting in the business. So why 87% of them will fail is they're not committed to real estate. They just got their license. They're interested in to see how it goes. They're only working when it's convenient for them. They're going to start slowly and maybe get into it eventually. So that's number one reason. Number two, they're not strategic. They don't have a plan of what they're going to do, how they're going to market themselves, a business plan. When you open up a business, you're opening up a business when you're in real estate. When you open up a business, any type of business, you have a plan of what you have to buy, what you have to invest in, what your time is. You have a checklist of things that you have to organize before you open the doors of whatever business you're going to do. Get permits, get licenses, get employees, all of that. The great thing about real estate to agents is that it's very, very low on all of that things that you have to do. That's a great and bad thing about it. because it's easy to get in. You're like, I just have to invest this money to get my license. And many of you heard me say this many of times. And all I have to do is sell one house a year, and I can make that money back that I invested, and make my dues and things back. And I'm financially ahead. So I think a lot of agents just are not 100% serious about opening a business because the fear of loss is very low on opening up a business. You're unless you put your license classes on a credit card or borrowed the money from someone, you have that little risk. And I'm telling you, I know $1,300, $1,400, and 120 hours of setting up, getting your classes done is a very, 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 very little investment to open your own business. There's nothing out there that's that cheap to do and that quick to do of something that could earn you unlimited potential of earning income. Of course, there's probably other businesses I'm not aware of, and internet things and selling things and doing things that faster, cheaper to get started, but I don't think they have the ultimate potential of the income as real estate. So that's number 2. They're not strategic of what they're going to do. Number 3, they have a fear of making mistakes. I think that, and I'll just point out one of them, they have a fear of making mistakes and starting to market themselves because they're new. They don't know things, and they're like, I got to market myself. When are you going to feel comfortable? And as an agent, you feel comfortable enough to market yourself completely and have the confidence to know that you're the best person for the job. Some agents wait a whole career, a lifetime, and then they're out of the business before they get to the point where they felt confident that I know what I'm doing. I have the skills, I have the knowledge to help buyers and sellers, and I'm the best person for the job. What do I tell my agents, all of our Century 21 HomeStar agents? You already have that. You walk in the door day one. You have the knowledge, you have the support, you have the answers, you have the marketing, you have all the things that could help buyers and sellers right already in a package here, because as an office, you have the broker, the managers, the trainers, the listing coordinators. You have things already. So any agent that's not with Century 21 HomeStar and are out there watching this, if you're new or feel not like you have the knowledge and the training and the thing, you've got to talk to your office. Ask your broker, are you going to help me? Ask your manager, team leader. They're there. If you have someone, if you have nobody, I'm not saying you're not in a great place, but if you don't feel confident that you have these things, you got to go find these things. You got to go find them either yourself and learn through YouTube videos, or talking to other agents, or hiring a real estate coach, or hiring a mentor, or finding a mentor, someone if you don't already have that in your office. So if you're the fear of making mistakes, they don't want to put themselves out there. So that's number 3. Number 4 kind of goes around with that, is having they have no role model or a bad role model. One of the things I think is becoming an issue in our industry, again, disclaimer, my opinion, is that lack of mentorship, lack of accountability, lack of people behind them, new agents or agents that just they're learning as they go and having no training and having no mentor or role model to help them. Example, there's agents out there going, yeah, I have a good role model, and they're just another agent that's been in the business a year or two. You've taken your classes. When you talk to your class, again, my opinion, your role model is your broker, the person that's legally responsible for what you do. Yes, you might have great management and team leaders and staff, but they're not the ones that are legally responsible for what you do. So you should have a mentor on top. I'm more traditional as an office, so make sure you have a good role model And I see it all the time. Talk to agents almost on a daily basis and we get in a conversation. This is how you should do things. I'm the broker of the office. This is the way I suggest you do things as the broker, your broker. And I've had agents come over from other offices. Well, this is how we used to do it over there. I go, I know. That's probably because another agent told you that has no legal liability or license law liability to tell you what that suggestion. They weren't giving you bad information on purpose, but I, as the broker, know what legally, because it's my license on the line as an owner of the office financially, to make sure we're doing things the right way. So I see that in our industry, a lot of agents are having not the best role models. Not like they're bad people, but they should be the people that are the owners of the office, that are financially benefit from you and or hurt if they lose a transaction, you lose a transaction, they get hurt too, and someone who's legally licensed law connected to you. So that's a good role model that you should have. Not required. I know there's lots of agents out there with there's great companies, there's very successful, but make sure you have a role model, someone who's been in the business, that's been there, around there, someone who's done it before, not just once. I've said agents that are creating teams that are doing a great job, but they've just been an agent a year or two and they're doing well, and they go, I'm going to do all of this, but they haven't been through 20 plus years of real estate, upside, good markets, bad markets, high interest rates, low interest rates, people, banks getting rid of loan options for people with different credit score, and having, it's been you learn that over time. So I always suggest find a role model, find a mentor that's been around, that's done it, that's been in the system, in the industry for a while. So I can go on for hours about that. And I'm going to breeze through these. I don't take up too much of your time. Number 5, they don't work enough to find enough clients. Simple thing. There are clients out there. There are buyers out there. There are sellers out there. You just have to find them. They're not going to all find you. If all of your business over the last year or previously has come to you, called you, without you getting them first, you're not going to last in real estate. If most of your business is just you fell across, they called you, it should be 80-20 by the minimum. 80% you should say, I got that business because I called them and I found this person and I called that person and I followed up with this person. They gave me that name and then I called them before they called me. If 80% of your business is people calling you first, it's not going to last if you let that keep going. I've seen that happen. I've seen tremendously successful agents stop prospecting because they go, I'm getting all this business. I'm getting all these referrals. They're coming in, and then all of a sudden it just falls off a cliff somewhere in their future because they're not out there looking for it and getting it themselves or waiting for it to come in. Number 6. Some people are coming from other careers, other jobs, other histories of work, and they're used to that work, especially the people 9 to 5. Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, 9 to 6. This is nights and weekends. If you're only trying to work 9 to 6 or only till 8 o'clock at night and you're like, I don't work Sundays. I'm like, you don't work Sundays, you don't work Saturdays. Oh, I got all these personal stuff to do. This is nights and weekends. So any new agent, I always say, this is nights and weekends. You're going when other people are available. The great news is, not to go back in time, but 29 years ago when I got in real estate, we couldn't get a hold of people during the day. They didn't have cell phones, and they're at jobs which won't allow personal phone calls. So we could only get a hold of people when they're at home between 5 or 6 and 9, or get them in the morning before they leave for work. I can't remember. I can't even count how many phone calls my busy time was in the morning while people are in their house about to leave for work because they weren't getting in their car. They go, oh, Tony, I'll call you when I'm on my way to work. There was no cell phones. Sorry, I'm old. But there was no cell phones. We got to catch them in the morning and catch them after work, and that's it. Nowadays, you could communicate with a little bit more ease people during the day, but ultimately, it's more nights and weekends. If you don't get used to that and having that, it's very hard to have a very successful career in real estate. Number 7, no confidence. They're just not confident that they could be the best they can be. There's nothing you can't learn. There's nothing you can't do if you're with the right office and the right team and have the right mentor and the good online university of classes. Or there's so many resources that you could be the best, and you should have eventually, depending how fast you want, you should have the confidence that you could be the best out there. Number 8, you have no goals and no daily tracking, no daily goals, like how many people are going to call today. I've said this in other videos. It's between 40 to 60 phone calls or a day or whatever, or how many you want. It takes 40 to 60 good conversations with new people to get one sale, to get one transaction. That's average. It's so many coaches have said that, trainers. It's been in real estate forever. 40 to 60. So you have to have a daily goal of how many people you want to talk to. So if you say, I want to sell 4 houses a month or 1 a week minimum, then you're going to have to talk to 40 or 60 brand new people, have good conversations with them at least once a week. Good math. I want to sell 1 house a week. You better have scheduled, I need to talk to at least 60 people every week. Let's say 10, 12, Monday through Friday you want to make calls. 10, 12 people a day. That's it. That's it. That'll get you, 50, 60 calls, and you just have to figure out and organize and have those goals. Number 9, a poor schedule and no routines. I talk to many agents and I see this out. No one has an exact daily work routine, especially with prospecting. No one does it. If anyone that's not at their level they want to be doesn't have a routine and schedule, like between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. I'm sending texts and making prospecting calls. Between 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. I'm making more prospecting calls. And these are the people I'm doing and being like, this is a job in what you're doing. And 10, last is this. This is, I think, almost the most important thing. Lack of financial management of their transaction, of their income. Because the number one reason agents get out of the business completely, and I see this the beginning of every year, and twice other times throughout the year, it's when your board dues and MLS fees come up. And there's agents out there that I've had agents that have 1, 2, 3, 4, or more sales a year. They just all of a sudden, for some reason, do not have the $650 that they know is coming every year at the beginning of the year to pay their dues. Get out of, say, send my license back to being active, and then they just wait and wait and wait, never stop talking to people about real estate because their license isn't active, and never get active again. And they were doing well as a part-time agent and were great agents, but they just didn't, then they didn't want to pay that fee to stay into it, and just dropped real estate. It happens to a handful of agents, and I know in our office every year that are great agents. Some haven't had sales in a while and they really need to stop paying, and that because they're not selling anything. But there are some great agents I see get out of real estate because of that bill that's coming. So I'm just saying that financial. Now, if you were going from part-time to full-time, that's a whole nother conversation I could go on for an hour about of what you should do. And I'll say one thing. This is my one suggestion to every agent that ever wants to go part-time to full-time. I say, how much money do you have to make a year to live? And they go, well, I'll just throw out a number. Well, I have a full-time job now. It pays me, we'll just say $50,000 a year, and I'm living okay, but I want to do better. That's why I'm into real estate. I said, okay, great. Do not quit your other job until you make $50,000 a year, a minimum one time in real estate, so you can see that you did it. You don't have to know that I might have to. Am I going to be able to do it next year? I see agents saying, okay, I'm going to give up my other job. I'm doing real estate full time, and I need to make this amount of money the first year after I quit my other job. And if I say, have you ever made that in real estate before? It's like, no, but I'm going to really work hard this year. I've never seen it work ever. Never seen it work ever. If they need that $50,000 income. If they don't really need it, they have a spouse or a significant other that has income that helps them, and they don't need that, that's fine. But if you have that worry about bills and things that you have to pay and the deals are not coming as quickly as you thought, that I've seen agents just blow up their whole hopes of having a great career in real estate by jumping in full-time too early. I know a lot of brokers and owners hate to hear that. That's my opinion, is that you can build your business. You can be a great agent part-time, and if you ever want to be full-time, you're just going to have to work double as hard, double many hours. You might have to be that 9 to 6 at the other job and 6 to midnight there. You're going to be working double hard, more hours, weekends, 7 days a week, no time to yourself, but you're going to do that within a year or two, and then springboard into having, a great, career in real estate. So making that, again, lack of financial management, of making sure they have enough savings, their money that they're investing in real estate, paying bills, and jumping into it, because you never know how fast you're going to be able to grow that business. And also, if you have nothing pending, I've had agents like, oh, I have no pending, and maybe 1 or 2 buyers looking, and I'm going to start doing this full time. At least have some things pending in the pipeline that you know this income's going to be coming over the next 30, 40, or 45 or 60 days. So again, I could go on for hours about that. But that's it for today. So I want to give you some ideas and think about so you don't fall into those categories. And maybe some of those things you're like, I'm going to avoid that. I don't want to be like that. I want to make sure I do this and do that. Remember to use me as a resource. Call me, text me. We'll set up some time. We'll go over. Make sure you're not falling into any of these categories. It doesn't matter if you just got your license this year, last year, year before. It doesn't matter if you've been in the business 5 years and you've been doing it part-time and you want to start it full-time and do it from now on. You got to watch these things and make sure that you're not falling into any of these categories either. So that's it. Have a wonderful Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow at 12 high noon. Have a great one. Bye-bye.